Hi, my name is Barbara Rice. I'm from Wichita, Kansas, and I was given an amazing gift in the November-December 2012 deepening of Awakening. And before Awakening, I was always trying to do things, to become things like, you know, gosh, it'd be great to make more money. Let's see what I can do to do that. I'd like a better job. I would like a bigger house, a better car, all of those things. It was always this effort, this.
And what was that? What did you feel, Barbara, made you want to do that? Was it something unconscious, or just like desires?
I think there were expectations. I think it's part of conditioning. You know, when you're grown up, as you're growing up, parents always want you to have more than they had, to become more than they became.
You felt growing up? That,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was always, you know, achieve more, be more, do more. It's exhausting. I was exhausted.
So then share a little bit about what you would call your awakening experience.
Well, now with Awakening, I still know I'm Barbara Rice. I still have an address. I still have a place that I work. I know how to get from one place to the other. But there's nobody who cares how tall Barbara is, how fit she is, how big of a house she has. There's nobody who cares whether she has a specific title or not, or what kind of car she has to get from one place to the other. It's pretty freeing and it's pretty relaxing, and I am enjoying it immensely. And I also have this awareness, this is my experience, and it took me a while to actually realize I was having this experience, is that there's nobody choosing anything. There's no choice anymore. It's like you look at a menu and there's all of these things on the menu, and it's not like, well, geez, I'd really like to have the hamburger, but I also want to have the cheesecake. You just order. You just order, and then you just eat, and you enjoy the eating, and so that all just happens.
When you say all that happens, what is the experience like? Because I know you were saying you had all these ideas that I should do this, I should do that, even with the menu.
Right.
When it happens and you have the meal, what's going on inside as to before you had this internal dialogue?
Well, for instance, this morning I looked at the menu and it was amazing, all the things on the menu, and I was just enjoying all of the options. It was a beautiful thing. And then the order happened. And then they bring you the food, and then the food tasted wonderful. And the person I was having breakfast with was amazing, and there was just all of this experience. You're just experiencing what's there. And sometimes it's not what you would describe as amazing. Sometimes it's kind of like, whoa. But you experience it, and there's no, it should be or it shouldn't be. It just is, and you experience it.
What has been your experience with your family members now that you're in this awakened state? And give me an example like what it was before.
Sure. Before I had all these roles. I was a mom, or I used to be a wife, or I had all these roles. And in those roles, there were expectations. It's kind of like being in a movie, you know? You play a role, you have to do certain things. And or the people that you interact with in your family, they also play roles, and you expect them to do certain things. And now it's not like that. Now it's just, you know, we each do what we do. And sometimes it works out well, and sometimes there's what you would have an experience that most people would describe as not so hot. And I notice with my children, and they're grown and they live with me, I notice that what we would call a charge, or what we would call, you know, an incomplete experience, I see it come up in them. I see that whole thing play out. And before, I might have, you know, tried to justify my position in that and say, you know, hey, it's not my fault, I didn't, you know, whatever. And I don't do that anymore. I just watch it, and it's like, yeah, that's it, there it is. And yes, I am that. Yes, I did do that. You know, Mom, you did this, and you shouldn't have done that. It's like, you know what, I did do that. But there's nothing inside that, that's all there is.
And what is the experience from your children's perspective?
I don't know. I see what happens, but I'm not sure that I know what's going on inside of them. Do you know what I'm saying?
So in other words, you're not making up what they should be experiencing, what they're not experiencing.
Yeah, it's just whatever I see that's there, and then that's my experience of it. I have no idea what they're experiencing.
What about some of your workers, or if you have any of the other interactions, what have you noticed different?
I've noticed how beautiful they are. You know, even the ones that I probably don't care for a whole lot. I see it's like I love them. I don't like them, but I love them, which is a whole awesome thing for me to have. But there's also, in the position that I'm in, I'm an administrative assistant, so it's my job to try to fix things and help people out. And there's this whole awareness now sometimes that that's just not necessary. I mean, if it's logical, if you need help getting papers that's stuck in a copier out, no problem. But if you're having a problem with something that's happening, I don't need to do anything about that. And it's so okay. It's just so okay.
So what concept did you have about awakening that is no longer there for you?
I think I thought awakening was going to be me sprouting wings, having a halo, garden music playing, harp music playing all the time. It's an amazing thing. And it's so very practical. It's just your life happening, and you get to be there for it.
Are you disappointed without the wings?
Oh my Lord, no. This is better than what I expected. And
so you were saying that, do you find your life to be more practical now than before?
Oh, completely. Just, I'm not making choices anymore. It's just flowing. Like the other day, my car wouldn't start, and there wasn't any, oh crap, I'm going to be late for work, and now I have to do something with it, and why is this happening to me? It's just like, well, my car won't start. So I texted the office, I'm not going to be in. Anybody got jumper cables? We jumped it, got it to the place, they got it fixed, end of story. And there's just not a lot of drama. It's not a soap opera anymore. And it's relaxing.